Hello there! Welcome back to another video! And this week we're continuing the series that I started last week, which is a series of videos depicting myself growing up. Last week we did a drawing of me at age 5, and this week we're going to be doing a drawing of me at age 12. This one I think might have been the most fun to do, or I don't know if the most fun to do because I had fun with all of them actually, but this one was definitely the funnest to think about, because in hindsight, me at 12 years old, I think the angriest point in my life was when I was 17, but I still, at 17 it was a logical anger. I was angry for a reason. It was like a punk rock anger. Meanwhile at age 12 it was an emo anger in which I was just, hormones and growing up and not knowing anything of anything and what was my body doing and what was my brain doing. And anyway, I was angry at everything, so I depicted myself just my arms crossed, really pissed off, frowning, eyebrows down, not looking in your direction because I'm 12 years old, I'm too cool to look at the camera kind of thing. It was really funny to draw this and think about it, and I had my brows furrowed the whole time I was drawing the face because when you're drawing expressions you kind of mimic the expression on your own face, and I just had a lot of fun with this. I really did. And yeah, drawing me at age 12 and thinking of me at age 12 really made me thankful that I am no longer 12. And while I really miss kind of the freedom of being a child, of not having responsibilities, of not having to think about, getting a payment, and budget, and my cell phone bill, and all these things, at the same time, you're kind of stressed out about everything. You don't understand anything. You don't know what your life is doing. You don't know what your body's doing. It's a really weird time being 12. So compared to the last drawing, I haven't cut my bangs yet. My mum had never cut her bangs in her life, so she wouldn't let me do it, even though I saw all the other girls had bangs, or a fringe, depending on how you say it. So we're still with the hair tucked behind the ear stage, and we're starting to develop a little bit of a chest, but not much yet, and t-shirts and shorts, and again with the no shoes thing because I hate shoes. I always have. The next one I'm going to be wearing shoes, but that's going to be for a very particular reason. You'll see it next week. But yeah, I think out of all the drawings, these feet came out best or something. Again, don't mind the Spotify because I've been listening to the same playlist all month, so when I'm drawing, meaning I'm not reading something or watching something, having the playlist playing in the background, I'd rather use Spotify to get kind of a mix-up of songs. You saw me bring up last week's video a little bit to eyedropper colours. You're going to see me continue to do this throughout the series in the following videos coming up, because my hair colour hasn't really changed, even though my perception of it has. Well, it has changed. Well, that's a separate thing. And my skin colour also, I haven't ever really gotten enough of a tan to warrant kind of changing the base tone of my skin colour or anything like that. So yeah, you're going to see me continue to go back to the older illustrations for hair colour, skin colour, eye colour, stuff like that. You might find it interesting to know that I did all 5 of them in the same Photoshop file. So as the videos progress, you're going to see new folders pop up. So right now there's the layers I'm working on, but under there in the layers you can see age 5 in a little group, which was the one that we saw last week. And that will carry on throughout the videos. But yeah, I don't know what much else to say. Me at 12 years old was an angry preteen. It wasn't even because my life was that bad. My life has never been that terrible, actually. I feel very fortunate of the life that I've lived, but it's just age 12. But it was a mix of hating everything and being angry at everything and bawling my eyes out, with being lol xd I'm random ha 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 on the internet. And actually when I was 12 was when I kind of first discovered the internet for posting art. I didn't really start off on DeviantArt. I started off with a Facebook page to post my drawings, But yeah, age 12 was also around the time where I started getting into tutorials and stuff like that. I posted a video a couple months ago now, which was kind of a tour of my art journey. And there you're going to see a couple, if you watch it, I'll put a link in the card. You'll see a couple illustrations that were done when I was 12, and that was when I was really starting to pick up illustrating techniques and stuff like that. Another thing that might be interesting to know is that between this video and the one last week, that's the biggest age gap we're going to have in this series, because if you think about it, there's 5 videos in the series. I'm not that old now, and I went from age 5 to age 12. That's 7-year difference, and I did so because I don't remember anything distinct enough between the ages of 5 and 12 that wasn't terribly close to being either 5 or 12. So if we go to like 11, 13, a little bit of 14, I'm going to be very similar to how I was age 12, and then later after 14 I'm going to be basically exactly the same as I was at 15, that's next week's video, spoiler alert. But yeah, that's why there's such a big gap. But I kind of also, like, originally with this series I kind of wanted to do, 5, 10, 15, 20, but I noticed that I would have missed a kind of big stage in my life if I skipped kind of 17, 18, 19 era, because when I was 16 through 19 I was growing my hair out. Oh, that's where I started drawing the foot backwards. Like your big toes point inwards, and I was pointing the little toe inwards. I got mixed up in which leg was which, and that would have given me a very broken foot. So let's be glad that I realised that before, finalising everything, and then it's like, oh no, my foot's backwards. No, but yeah, so I didn't really want to skip the 16, 17, 18, 19 period, because that was when I was really growing my hair out. That's when I got into actually dyeing my hair. Next week's video we're going to have my first experiences with hair salons, so cut bangs, some highlights, stuff like that. I always found it really difficult to depict, dyed highlights when you're drawing, because you have natural highlights in the hair because of lighting, but then when you add pigmented highlights, it always kind of confused me. Like when I first tried to do, I think I was like 14 or something, I'll sandwich it here. I tried to do a little chibi of me, and the highlights for the hair ended up looking like melding in with the highlights that were dyed in the hair. So it was kind of funny that I couldn't figure that out, but I think it turned out really well this time, because I kind of realised that the highlights in your hair kind of go across the direction of where the hair actually flows. So if your hair's flowing down, the highlight will go side to side, but your pigmented highlight will go down as well. So I'm probably not making any sense, I'm sorry. But yeah, the outfit for this age is pretty simple. Some jean shorts and a purple t-shirt. The jean shorts I remember having around that age, they still sort of fit actually. They were lighter than the denim I put here, but I just figured that it would go better with the dark aesthetic of being emo and depressed and no, I hate my life, I'm 12 years old, everything's horrible. I mean, I'm making light of it now because I'm older, but I'm sure if you're 12 years old and you're watching this video, first of all, hello there! Second of all, your hormones are really messing with the way that you think of things right now. I feel like I'm such a, I don't know what a 12-year-old's doing watching my videos, but no, yeah, your hormones are really changing the way that you think and feel about things, and everything is going to settle down before long. But, well, yeah, this is the gradient ending little bitsy bits, so thank you for watching. Watch the previous episode, it's on my channel, I'll put a link in the description, link in the card and all that, and next week on Friday we're looking at me, age 15. Thank you so much for watching, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next week!